Speaking about SJWs, chat. Speaking about SJWs. Anti-SJW YouTube is back, unfortunately.
The thing is that this style
SJW is what you get called when you ask someone to please stop saying slurs.
Yes, that's actually accurate. Lo-fi, Lo-fi Pa Enjoyer, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, could I get ones in chat if you've seen this, and I guess twos if you haven't? I haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting to watch it with you guys. Okay, so like most of you have seen it. Do you guys mind if you watch it again with me? Because I haven't seen it yet. People are shy. I have not seen it. One, but I want to see it again. Okay, fuck yeah, let's go.
doesn't just repel men, it also repels women, because we don't want to be friends with someone that looks like this, because these people look like they'll start World War III if they get misgendered.
They don't want to be friends with you.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard on the planet. That is so stupid. What is the right-winger, like, what is the right-wing obsession? We know you watched Hassan cover it. I promise you I didn't. You guys don't understand. I've been going outside. I literally have spent, like, no time. The only time I've been on my computer, I was working. I'm so sad. I've played, dude, I have played one game for what, 20 minutes. I played one game of Heroes of the Storm in the past week, and that was it. I was going outside. I know you guys are saying, press X to doubt. Look, I have pictures. I have photos of me and people outside. Okay? Real and true. Real and true. I have... Look. Look. It's not focusing. But that's a picture of Frogan. And she's arm wrestling Nandre. Okay, so I was going outside. Deep fake. Okay, dude. All right. Okay, dude. Okay. Stop gaslighting us into thinking the outside exists. Okay. Okay, Chad. Okay. Tasty. His tail is wagging. Okay, let's get back to the video.
You don't got to worry about that, trust me. Hey everybody, today I'm going to be responding to a video called Why Does Gen Z Want to Be Ugly? From YouTuber Misha Petrov. It's linked below so you can...
Dude, okay, can we talk about something? What is the obsession with caring about how other people look? I've never understood this. I've literally never understood this. I never will understand this. There's like this weird, like there's like these weirdos that give a fuck how other people look, that just walk around and chill, and it's just bizarre. Petty insecurity. It's so sad. It's just sad. It's like, dude, listen, okay? Not everyone is going to be your cup of tea. Move on. Insecurity, projection, shrug. I just don't get it. I just don't get why it matters. You know what I mean, chat? I just don't get why it fucking matters.
And go give it a watch to make sure I'm not misrepresenting any of her points. So in this video, Misha raises a number of points in support of her thesis that Gen Z wants to be, as the title says, ugly. Before we even get into the video though, we might want to ask, what does Misha mean when she says ugly? It's a pretty subjective term, right? While she doesn't explicitly define it in this video, I think we can get a feel for what she means by watching the intro. So let's do that.
the patriarchy.
Hey guys, it's Misha and welcome back to my channel. So something I think we've all noticed by now is that there's a certain look.
Can we talk about something, by the way? Can we talk about something really quickly? It's crazy to talk about other people being ugly when you have abysmal drip and your room looks like it was decorated by your grandmother. That is insane. That's crazy. The balls to do something like that is insane. That's actually crazy, dude, for real.
To these
Why is she in a hotel room? I don't know, dude.
Social justice warriors, certain clothing and hair and makeup, and there's a reason that we have this stereotype of a blue hair feminist, because a lot of them do look like that.
This is what the patriarchy looks like.
Why is this associated with SJWism? This is just cool. This hair is cool. Can we please, like, stop? Can we stop? It's cool. Why do we want everyone to just have normal brown and blonde hair? I want to see people with really cool hair colors outside. Are you kidding me? This is objectively really fucking cool.
Men, women.
There's a reason that we have this stereotype about blue-haired feminists. They always have that woke blue hair, like this person who has blue hair, or this person who also has blue hair, or this one, or this one right here. Okay, but Misha starts the video by playing a number of TikTok clips of what she calls woke social justice warriors, who have some combination of dyed short hair, piercings, tattoos, and so on. From these examples and this explanation, I think we can derive that when Misha uses the word ugly, she means weird or different. Not like her, you could say, seeing as she has none of the features in question. Let's continue though and see where she's taking this.
And today I want to explore why that may be, because in the beginning I thought, these people just want attention, they want to look unique, or they might be looking for a fight even, which happens a lot.
It's those damn blue-haired feminists again, always yelling and screaming and having brown hair. Okay, but Misha starts off by talking about Gen Z women who have begun rejecting the male gaze.
And that is definitely part of it, but I think there's something else going on, and I've heard a lot of young women in Gen Z especially talk about this, and that is the attempt to move away from the male gaze, which in feminist theory is when males tend to objectify women, and so it's oppressive. So these women want to move away from that and change their style so that it's not what men typically find attractive.
Ladies, I'm going to show you exactly how to repel men with makeup.
If you're looking for outfits to repel men, you've stumbled on the right video. We're going to start off with a pair of black trousers with quite a low crotch area. This is just to let them know that we do in fact have bigger balls than they do. I hope to repel many men today.
Misha has discovered a contradiction here, however, that by centering your look around a rejection of the male gaze, you're still ultimately making your decision about men. And
okay, wait. Can we discuss something really quickly? Wait. Let's discuss something really quickly. She's making an assumption that because some TikTokers have said that jokingly, here's how to repel the male gaze. She's assuming that everyone who looks that way is also doing it to repel the male gaze. So first of all, the person making the TikTok is very clearly joking. Second of all, why are you assuming that, let's just pretend for 2 seconds that the TikTok was serious. Why are you assuming that everyone else is also trying to repel the male gaze? It's very weird. Very, very strange.
Allowing the male gaze to dictate your self-expression.
But I do find this funny because the point that they're trying to make is that we should dress for ourselves, right? Wear what you like, wear what makes you comfortable, what makes you happy, and not think about men. Yet the focus here is on men. There are women, of course, who will wear, 6-inch heels that they're not comfortable in, they don't really want to wear, but they're doing it for men, right? To appease the male gaze, or they do something specific with their hair or makeup or whatever, not for themselves, but for men. In this case, you have girls and young women, getting body modifications or tattoos or piercings or doing something specific with their hair, tends to be dyeing it pink or blue or purple, or shaving it all off, just because that's what they're told will repel men. You're doing your part as a modern day feminist. So they're still failing to dress for themselves, and the focus is still on men. They're worrying about whether or not some man will like it.
Misha's point here relies on an assumption, though, that both groups of women are failing to dress for themselves. And my first question here is, How would she know that? How would she know the internal reasons why these women might be doing this? Who's to say that women who both adhere to and reject these standards aren't able to do so for themselves because they want to, you know? Her point relays a certain bias that totally centers the male gaze. According to Misha, if you wear high heels and dresses, regardless of your intent, you're dressing for the male gaze. If you shave your head, wear baggy clothes, and get tattoos, then you're dressing to spite the male gaze. So how then are women supposed to dress outside of this gaze? What qualifies as dressing for yourself if however you decide to dress is ultimately viewed as a decision made outside of
because
yourself?
she dresses
Women
for
aren't
others,
left
she
with
can't
many
imagine others doing it for themselves. Kekwe.
So true.
options here, right? Misha's framing there at the end that the women making these videos are just doing their part as modern day feminists.
You're doing your part as a modern day feminist.
Is interesting, I think, because this framing represents a denial of agency. Women rejecting these norms aren't doing so for themselves. No, they are doing so for some collective feminist project. Furthering the ideology of feminism is what drives them, and not their own autonomy to decide how to present and who this presentation is for. It's essentially saying that the only reason someone might want to be different than me, or ugly as is defined in this video, is because they're brainwashed by feminism, and not because, you know, they want to be. And that sucks, you know, I think that kind of sucks, and I think it's a bad and weird point to make. So let's move on to the next point she brings up, which centers around the topic of body hair.
And there is, of course, the body hair movement, which...
Oh my God. Okay, dude. The body hair one makes me go insane. Before we move on to the body hair conversation. Okay. I'm going to say something, chat. Not everyone in society is supposed to be fuckable for you. You are not owed anything from other people's appearances. The thing that always drives me crazy is that these people are like, this is the mental framework of like this type of person. Hold up. Let me, everybody take out your crayons. It's drawing time. Drawing time. Okay. Here's the conservative brain. Or rather, lack thereof. Okay. It's actually just a peanut. This is the saddest, weirdest, most deflated looking peanut on the planet. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I made the peanut too big. Okay, so here's the average conservative brain. America, because usually the conservatives I'm talking about are Americans. America is land of the free, okay? And America's better than those damn other communist countries because you can do whatever the fuck you want. And Jim over there can't stop you from buying 10
Jack, can I
ARs.
borrow a crayon? I eat it all mine. Don't tell teacher Dendo.
Did somebody eat it all their crayons again? Okay? So within the conservative brain, it is required that you, as an American, are allowed to do whatever the fuck you want as long as it doesn't infringe on other people's freedoms. Do we have an actual crayon time? Oh my. Okay, we're in agreement, yes? Yes, if you are a conservative, you believe in this, you believe that Americans, as an American, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and you should be able to do whatever you want. But they also get mad when people don't dress the way they want them to and don't look the way they want them to. For a country that celebrates individuality so much, this has always confused me. This has always boggled my mind. Like, this is a real head scratcher for me personally. How can you claim that your ideology is based around letting people be free because we're the freest country on the planet. You can do whatever the fuck you want, and no one's allowed to stop you. You can say what you want, you can buy what you want, you can dress how you want. But also, can you not have blue hair? Could you just not be gay? Could you just, it's just, I just don't know if the kids should be seeing that. Like, if you could just like, could you just do it at like not in front of me or around me or at all? Yeah. Could you just go back into the closet? Yeah. Cause it just makes me uncomfortable to think about you sucking cock. And it makes me, can you just not do that? Thank you. Thank you. It's so stupid. What happened to land of the free? What happened to doing whatever the fuck you want? What? What? This boggles my mind. This literally boggles my mind. But we'll get back into it. Also, this is my personal opinion. I really don't like the whole NPC behavior that Americans have. Like HOAs as a concept, by the way. Come to Canada, we have poutine. Dude, poutine is so good. Okay. Oh. Meerkat, what are you doing? Oh, he was just getting comfortable. Can I have my other arm back? Okay, thanks. Wait. Ow. His nail scratched me. Okay, like I was saying, chat. There we go. Think about the children. Yeah. It's like that joke of lesbians kissing, but lesbian marriage is bad. Yeah. Lesbian kissing good, lesbian marriage bad. Yeah. And like, okay, this is my opinion. This is just my personal stance. I'm tired of seeing the same shit over and over again. Okay? This trend that America has been going down where everything just looks the same everywhere. It's fucking disgusting. This makes me want to vomit. It makes me want to lose my marbles. This chat here. Content warning. Content warning. Fox News broadcasters. This actually, it triggers a fight or flight response in my body. Like, I can feel the adrenaline rushing in as soon as I see this image. It makes me deeply unsettled. A gaggle of Karens. Was that a Google of Karens? Why? What is this weird obsession with everything looking the same? Why? Or did you guys see this most recently? What's crazy is I was literally thinking about this the other day and it ended up on my feed. Cars. The fact that when you go outside, the majority of cars, what is this? Almost 80% of cars are either white, gray, or black.
I remember the first time I moved out of California to Lillian, Texas. I was so depressed to find out that halfway across America, it's the same shit. Same chain stores, same parking lot sizes, same cars, same billboards. Oh, but no In-N-Out, we have Whataburger.
Even worse, chat. Average Twitter blue user.
Good morning, Dr. Dembo. It's Dr. Kleiner. This video is already wild. We have a smooth Yoda-looking grandma drip, Rizless loser trying to talk about people who have more personality than she does. I can only surmise that she is suffering from massive tugma. Tugma nuts. How got him?
I missed so much of that. I missed so much of that. That's okay. That's okay. Anyways, Anyways. My point is, chat, aren't we tired of seeing the same shit over and over again? I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing this shit. Please. I, for one, now personally, I'm going to be honest, some of the body mod stuff, like the body modification stuff, the things where like people get like the split tongue and they get like face tattoos or they get like eye tattoos. And they do crazy stuff with their hair. I'm going to be honest, that shit it's both scary, but cool. It's really scary, but really cool. And personally, it's not for me, but it doesn't have to be exactly. Horn implants, that's another one. Yeah, exactly. Personally, I enjoy those people existing. You know? I don't want to leave my house and I just see the same shit. I don't want to live in fucking Squidwardville. And I leave my house and I just see the same shit everywhere I go. Like, we have the ability to dye your hair whatever color you want, to look however you want, to be as wild as you want. Fucking great. It's not for me necessarily. I mean, like, I'm a nerd. I don't have a single tattoo because I'm too scared to commit to something and then hate it. You know? I have like the most basic ass like piercing, just the earlobe piercing, which is not anything crazy. My hair color is basically natural. I just get highlights to give it more color. Like, I am like the most milquetoast motherfucker on the planet, but I like seeing other people looking weird. You know? I fucking like seeing other people dress weird or look weird or be weird. It's cool. It's fucking so cool to leave my house and not be surrounded by NPCs. And I think other people should feel that way too. If you are uncomfortable by other people not looking like an NPC, that is a you problem. And honestly, to be quite frank, it's beta behavior. Weirdness is cool. People are not meant to conform. Stop forcing people to conform. Stop. Stop being a fucking beta. Stop giving a fuck what other people do with their lives. It's beta fucking behavior. It is. I'm sorry. So we'll get back to the video. I just don't. And here's the thing, chat. Here's the thing. If you want to dress like this and you want to look like this, that's fine. That's totally fine. But if you're going to dress like this and look like this and eat like this and eat, live, pray, love, or whatever like this, stop judging other people. Just let other people do whatever the fuck they want. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter if you don't like it.
Listen, I don't think it's a big deal. If you don't want to shave, don't shave. If you want to shave, shave. But they think that it's brave and empowering to show off their body hair, you know, their armpits or their legs, and they'll post it anywhere but on their head, of course.
Call it a little quirk, if you will. I have hair in my armpit. I have it there for a few reasons. 1, lazy. 2, the patriarchy. And 3, your response to them tells me everything I need to know.
And then they get applauded for it. They even expect likes and comments from all these other girls, you know, saying that they are stunning and brave for having body hair, for not shaving. But then they also get really upset when men don't want to date them because they may have a preference. But if they have that preference, then that's misogynistic, of course. Which is silly. Women have preferences too. Some women don't like men with beards, for example. That's fine. But when men have preferences with body hair or facial hair or whatever, that's a problem.
The first thing I'd like to address...
Wait a minute. Wait. Let me run that back really quickly. Wait.
Brave for having body hair, for not shaving. But then they also get really upset when men don't want to date them because they may have a preference. But if...
Show me one of these women saying that they're mad that men don't want to date them because of body hair. Because the woman that was just on the screen said, you tell me everything you need. You tell me everything I need to know if you are turned off or put off by my underarm hair. This is straight up shadowboxing. She doesn't even prove what she's saying that she's trying to prove. First of all, I'm going to be honest. Most of the women who grow out their underarm hair, most of the women who don't give a fuck about that type of stuff, usually aren't straight. Okay? First of all. Second of all, I thought earlier you said that these women are trying to get men to not approach them. But now they do want men to approach them? And you're also not providing proof of it? What? Also, I'm going to say something. As someone who, okay, let's talk about this really quick. Let's talk about this. As someone who has had a lot of body hair, and as someone who has very little body hair now because I got basically all of it lasered off. Okay. Wait 1 second. Hold up. Wait. Nah, underarm hair on women isn't attractive. Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know what is the most unattractive thing? Being an annoying Twitch chatter. It's actually like as soon as you type like this in my chat, it tells me that you are insecure, you're a manlet, which is different from a short king, and you desperately need attention because you have mommy and daddy issues. It's not attractive. It's not attractive. Okay? It's not attractive. I'm sorry to tell you. So anyways. Yeah. Manlet, dicklet, hairlet. Oh God. Do they use Keck or lol? I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be dude, wait. I'm sorry. This is the funniest thing on the planet. Wait. I'm so sorry. Different opinion equals shame. My brother in Christ, you literally share the opinion of like 99.99999% of men on the planet when you say underarm hair on women isn't attractive. It is the most normie opinion you can have. 5 people in chat have disagreed with you and you are getting very defensive. It's actually snowflake behavior for you to do this in chat. It is literally the most common opinion on the planet that women should shave. And like 5 people disagreed with you and you're having a conniption in my chat. Okay. It's crazy. That is crazy. Also, I know you're too dumb to understand. We're not having a conversation about what's attractive and what's not attractive. If you could get the cocks out of every orifice for 2 seconds so you can think and not be cum-brained for just 2 seconds, we're talking about how your opinion doesn't matter and people can do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about how hard you get when you see a woman with shaven armpits. We're talking about doing whatever the fuck you want to do in your life, regardless of what people find attractive. This was never a conversation about whether or not it makes you hard. Okay? I get it. It's hard to think about anything other than your dick because it's the only thing you're thinking about all the time. But it's not gay, bro. It's not gay. It's not gay, though. It's not gay. I just think about cocks all the time as a man, but it's not gay, though. No, because I'm super straight, man. Like I'm really straight. I just love to think about other men's dicks all the time, but it's not because I'm gay though. No. But anyways, I can tell you're too dumb for this chat, so I'll put you out of your misery. Okay, it's okay. There's a lot of dumb streamers out there. You can go. I'm sorry. I'm worried that your room temperature IQ will spread to the rest of the class, and the rest of chat doesn't deserve that. Okay, the rest of chat doesn't deserve that. So anyways, let's get back to the video.
If they have that preference, then that's misogynistic, of course. Which is silly. Women have preferences too. Some women don't like men with beards, for example. That's fine. But when men have preferences with body hair or facial hair or whatever, that's a problem.
The first thing I'd like to address...
Also, nobody is saying anything about preferences, okay? You can have any preference you want, chat. It can be the most basic preference. I like a woman with boobs and no body hair. And I want her to be slim thick. And nobody cares. You can be like, I want a woman who doesn't have those qualities. And that's fine. You can, nobody has ever been trying to make anyone change their preferences. No one. The conversation has never been about preferences. It's been about let people do what they want. Okay? Just let people do what they want. It's really fine. Oh God, Destroy, you're so dumb. Oh, you've been dumb in chat all morning, and I've been trying to ignore you, but this one was just too far. It was, besides the fact that you keep using lol in chat, you just banned a chatter for having a preference. If you think I banned them for having a preference, you're so wrong. I only have one rule in chat, which is don't be annoying. And unfortunately, you're going to get banned for the same reason that guy got banned, which is you are the most annoying motherfucker on the planet. The reason none of your friends invite you to do anything anywhere is because of this. The reason why you're alone at parties is because everyone who talks to you realizes that you're the most annoying person in the room. And that's why you have no friends, no life, no girlfriend. You will never be Japanese. You will never have an anime waifu. And, seek help. Okay, back to the video.
Here is the way that Misha has chosen to frame the reception these Zoomers get online. When they post these videos, she says they get applauded for it. They expect likes and comments from all these other girls saying that they are stunning and brave for having body hair. And is that what's happening? Well, sure. The comments on this video are positive and encouraging. The commenters are supportive of them showing their body hair in this content. That's the case for many of these videos. And this is a good thing. It is good that social media has allowed spaces to develop that are welcoming and open to conversations about feminism and the different ways that bodily autonomy can be reclaimed, like, for example, not shaving. However,
can we talk about something really quickly? As someone who I don't really give a fuck about, like, body hair. I think it's just because, like, I grew up and I had a lot of body hair, and my siblings had a lot of body hair, and I've seen a lot of body hair. It doesn't bother me. I don't really care that much. Like, I like the smooth texture when you don't have body hair and you get rid of it. But as someone who doesn't care, can we all just agree, regardless of, like, reality or whatever, can we all just agree removing body hair has to be the weirdest thing that we decided to do? Like, beauty standards are, like, all fucked and everything, and, like, I mean, as someone who conforms to them, can we just agree that it was really fun? It's definitely weird. We're like, literally everyone grows underarm hair. Literally everyone. Everyone. And then we decided, guys, what if we always just removed it all the time? We agree that that's weird, right? That's so weird that we you know? Like, it's fine to have a preference if I understand the people who are typing in chat, but I really like women who have clean armpits. I love to think about how nice and smooth their armpit. I get it. You can like whatever you want. That's fine. Don't worry. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to defend your preferences to me. You can like whatever you want. You can sniff as many armpits as you want. You can stick your dick in as many armpits as you want. You can jerk off to as many armpit photos as you want. I'm not going to judge you for it. I am just saying, isn't it weird that this totally natural thing we have decided, we just decided, no, we are not allowed to have this. No. No more armpit hair. Isn't it so weird? Like, human beings I mean, I also think, like, clothing as a concept is weird. Like, the shame of nudity is a weird thing that we trained in human beings. Who did that? When did we allow this to happen? We should not be as, like, people in general should not be as weird as they are about nudity. Like, nudity should be something that's very normal. It's literally just your natural state of being as a human being is naked. You're not born with clothing, you know? You don't inherently know how to create clothing. It's so bizarre that like we have decided that nudity is gross or whatever. Or like another one, like if you guys are like, oh yeah, nudity is normal, blah, blah, blah. Another one is like people who get like grossed out by old people being nude. It's like, they're just existing. I think it's weird. It's so weird that we like socialize people to be grossed out by that.
When you think about it,
so
pussy and
bizarre.
cock
It's
are
just like,
very
it's
ugly
literally
looking
just
things.
a person. You know? That's so weird. It's so weird to me. It's literally just human bodies. I don't know. There's so many weird things about like the human experience. Shaving underarm hair is definitely weird. Being ashamed of being naked is definitely weird. Like I don't know. There's a lot of opinions that I have about just everything. We need to start over. Okay? We invented too many social norms, and most of them are not good. We need to start over, okay?
What Misha's leaving out here is the inevitable negative reaction that content like this receives. And there's plenty of that.
Gen Z gals on growing out their body hair. It's sexy and empowering. Like, these pictures are just horrifying. I'm trying to normalize this. We don't need to normalize that. We really don't. Nope, if dudes are expected to be almost perfect to even get a date, the least you can do is properly groom yourself.
So weird. So weird. Fake streamer. I will say, the whole like TikTokers and YouTubers stealing streamer valor by putting on a headset and talking into a Shure mic and pretending like they're streaming. I disagree. You know, I disagree. I disagree. With that jacket, the drip is like actually horrendous. The drip is actually horrendous. She looks like Ben Shapiro. I'm pretty sure that's why the Daily Wire hired her. It's because she looks like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. Yes.
Female body hair is disgusting. I don't believe that there is one man on this earth that finds, hairy underarms attractive. Not one at all.
And then they get applauded for it.
Even on the video she linked, a video with just 20 comments, Alex here has decided to call them musty. It's not all encouragement and smiles in the comment sections. I like their response here though. It works, y'all. That's good. That's funny. So are these people just having preferences, or are they openly expressing their disgust for women that have body hair and shaming them for that body hair in a way that they would never do to men? It's the latter. It's the latter. It's the latter. The last thing I want to bring up with this body hair point is how Misha loves to make people up. Misha loves conjuring woke feminists out of thin air and then laughing at how stupid they are. For anyone who's seen this brand of anti-SJW content before, this should be familiar territory, but it's worth acknowledging nonetheless. Misha fails to give a single example of these feminists that are both rejecting body hair norms and also complaining about...
You know what it is for me? Chat? I hate people who hide behind the preference thing. Can you imagine if like, okay, this is just, I'm going to say something, chat, okay? Can you imagine if I got on stream and I was like, it's just my preference that I think that men under the height of 5'11" are just really gross. But that's just like my preference, it's just my preference that I think that if you are a man under 5'11", you should be sent to the gulags. No one should ever have to look at you ever again because you're disgusting. Can you imagine? Like, that's not a preference. You're just being mean. You're just being mean for no reason. Like, your preference is in here and it should stay in here. Like, you being like, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you find yourself watching stuff like this, seeing stuff like this, and you feel this like urge to comment, on like, but I don't like it and I think it's gross. It's like, I don't know if it's a preference so much as like you don't realize that you're just being kind of an asshole. You know? You just I love that I picked the height one because it has struck a chord with so many people. And it's such a good one too, because like I literally don't give a fuck about height. I've actually always been, I don't know. I'm actually the cringiest type of person. I'm like, you guys are gonna hate me for this, and please don't clip this or like use this against me later. I'm like unironically like the sapiosexual like meme where like I like don't. I have things that I like and I have things that I like less, but I don't give a fuck about most. I think having height privileges is really, or having height preferences is really silly. I could not imagine caring about someone's height. It is so irrelevant. It is such an irrelevant quality in my head. I care a lot about if you shower. I care a lot about if you shower. I care a lot about if you brush your teeth. I care a lot about if you like groom yourself. You know, like you maintain a clean like beard or facial hair. But because that's just like the difference between being gross and not being gross. But I'm like genuinely, I have friends who are like, yeah, I could never date someone below this height. I could never date someone above this height. And I'm like, really? Really? I mean, sure, I guess. It's always perplexed me. It's always, like, I have, like, if anything, it's like, for me, it's like, I would just be frustrated or annoyed at, like, too big of a height difference. Because then it just makes life harder. Like, in photos, one of you is always going to look way shorter or way taller, you know? Cuddling gets weird because one of you is just way too tall or one of you is way too short, you know? Like, problematic height gap. Like, that's like, but I would still deal with it. Like, I would be like, if I was with someone and they were like 6'6", I'd be like, why do you have to be fucking 6? I don't want to date someone that's that much taller than me. Jesus. This ruins all this, whatever. It's fine. I'll deal. I'm willing to put up with it. You know what I mean? I'm willing to put up with it. I feel the same way, but I'm privileged in the height department. I don't know. But that's my point is, back to the greater point, okay? Back to the greater point. How tall are you? I'm 5'5". Back to my greater point, though. My ex-husband was 5'5", and he had more riz than most of the 6'4" men, mainly because he had literally no issue with his height. Dude, and I will say this. If you are like 5'5" as a dude and you're not insecure about your height, that is one of the sexiest things on the planet. If you can be a short king and genuinely not give a fuck, you are like one of the most alpha Chad people in society. I could never, ever, ever, to be clear, I could never date someone who was 5'5" and embarrassed about it, or like very outwardly, explicitly insecure about it. If I date someone and they are like, don't wear heels because you're going to look too much taller than me, you're pathetic, dude. Like, you are, come on, dude, come on. Dude, like, are you fucking serious? No, I'm going to dress however the fuck I want to dress, and you're going to grow the fuck up. If you're upset that I look taller, then you can wear some heels, okay? I'm not changing my look. My look is kind of fire. It kind of goes hard. Sounds like you need to fix your look, okay? Me, woman, and girlfriend are the same height and same weight, and it's great in every aspect. Dude, that's the other thing, by the way. By the way, chat. You can share clothes. If you're the same height as your partner, like same height, same weight, like you're about the same size, sharing clothes, that's so fucking poggers, dude. Or like never having to adjust the seat in your car because you're both about the same size. So there's never that like, oh, did you move oh my God. You know what I mean? That is so cool. That is so fucking cool. That is so, okay, anyways. That's my point. But my point, back to the greater point. I always feel very weird about people, usually dudes, who feel this like desperate urge, like this fiery, burning desire to be like, and this is my preference, and I hate when women look like this, and I love when women look like this, and I love when women have giant boobies that are in my face, and I love when women don't have body hair, and I love when women shave, and I love when women don't have peach. It's like, bro, who asked? Who asked? You sound like a tool. Oh my God, dude. Which is why I was comparing it to, imagine if you're outside hanging out with people and a woman randomly, for no reason, for absolutely no reason, is just like, you know what my personal preference is? I just hate when men are under a certain height. It's like, okay. Huh? Nobody asked. Nobody asked. Sir, this is a board meeting. Sir, this is a Chili's. Sir, you don't need to announce all of your preferences. Your preferences are something that are internal. And like, you're allowed to have preferences, but you don't need to tell everyone about them. You really don't. It's not necessary. It's fine. It's actually fine. Like, I think if you're on a dating app and someone asks like, why did you disqualify me? And you want to be honest, then that's fine. You know, if you're on a dating app and you go out on a date with someone and you're like, oh, you're just not my type. And they're like, can you tell me why? Yeah, then go for it. But that's different because they're being asked. You know, someone is asking. It's like advice. Don't give unsolicited advice. But if someone's asking for advice, you can give advice. You know? All right. Denim's short men is the most pressing political issue of our time. You're so right for that. Sir, this is the Krusty Krab. All right. Back when I was on the dating apps, I saw a fair amount of girls' profiles that would say something like, men below 6 foot or whatever arbitrary height of the month need not apply. Eventually, I started poking fun at it in my profile because of how silly it is. It is. The height preference thing is very silly. It's very silly. I don't know. I think it's silly. That's my opinion, though. I just don't really give a fuck. I don't think I could. I feel like that's. Okay, moving on. Let's get back to the video.
Not getting dates. The clips she plays actually show the opposite of that. The people rejecting body hair norms are explicitly stating that they do not want dates from men who will shame them for this decision. Best man repellent. Raising my arms when my views get low because I know men won't be able to resist commenting razor emoji.
Dude, women on TikTok are so fucking funny. Women on TikTok are so much funnier than like every male podcaster combined.
Which will boost my algorithm nicely. Your reaction to my body hair tells me everything I need to know about you. They clearly have no interest in these judgmental men, right? So this idea that they're bitter is completely made up. Misha just made it up. And so what are we left with here? Well, someone who says
me when I make up stuff.
They don't care if you have body hair, do you? But then gives a one-sided argument using examples that she has to make up as to why you definitely probably shouldn't because you'll end up single and mad or whatever.
But again, I don't think there's anything wrong with these women saying that they don't shave because a lot of women are expected to shave like every single inch of their body. I'm just not convinced that a majority of these women are doing it for themselves because it's not considered stereotypically feminine.
She doesn't care if you have body hair. Oh no, she's just not convinced that you're doing it for yourself because having body hair goes against the norm, and the only reason you'd want to go against the norm is for likes and follows on TikTok, which again leaves us with the question of how are women supposed to have autonomy when whatever they choose isn't actually their choice? The unspoken answer here from Misha is that they're not allowed. They are, you know, she doesn't care, but also, you know, they aren't. All right, next point.
Now, of course, these trends are always changing, and I do believe that freedom of expression is important, but I do have 2 points that I want to discuss. And the first one is when these people from Gen Z, they'll post this and they'll say, well, this is so unfair that I can't find work, right? This is my style and I should be able to find a job, but it's really difficult. But
but that's true. Wait, but that's totally true. You should, as long as you are competent at your job and you can work your job, you shouldn't be turned away because of how you look. If anything, isn't this is like a really big issue with people with tattoos, you know what I mean? Where like tattoos are seen as more like tattoos are something that irresponsible people get, or people who don't take work seriously or whatever. And it's like, I feel like you should just judge applicants based on their ability to perform the job. I do think, for example, there are, of course, exceptions to the rule. Like, I understand why you would want a security guard that looks threatening, or a bouncer that looks threatening, right? Because that's, at that point now, it's kind of a requirement of the job. You don't want a bouncer that looks like, you know, you don't want a bouncer that looks like Ben Shapiro. I mean, he's gonna be like, well, it looks like this ID is actually expired, so I can't. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Hey, come back here. Like, yeah, I get that. I do. I understand. That's understandable. I get that. Some jobs do have a requirement. However, every other job, like, what, you know what I mean? Show him a rainbow and he'll have a meltdown. Yeah. But for the rest of the jobs, why does the way that you look matter? As long as you can perform the job and you can perform the labor, how you look really shouldn't matter. I've always shaved and presented femme for job interviews and then given potential employers time to see if I will be safe not doing that consistently. Yeah.
Are things that are expected of you at the workplace, and one of those things is being dressed appropriately for both men and women, whether that's, you know, wearing a suit and a tie or a clean dress shirt. Instead, they want to look like a teen going through some emo phase, and then they're confused.
Also, to be very clear, wearing a suit and tie has to be the stupidest thing that we've convinced people of. Unless you are actively like going and speaking to clients, in which case you want to look more presentable. Being forced to wear a suit and tie at your job has always been really stupid. As someone who's worked in like a couple of firms, I would just show up, work at my computer all day, and then go back home. Why was I wearing nice clothes? I didn't need to wear nice clothes. It was stupid. It was really dumb, you know? Like, I think that the only way you can look unprofessional is if you don't shower, or like you don't ever wash your hair, or like there's like crumbs in your beard. Like, at that point, we're just talking about cleanliness, you know? Like, you shouldn't show up with like stains and stuff, or like you shouldn't show up stinky, you know?
Won't hire them. You have to be professional, otherwise the workplace would look like a circus.
Usually when you hear an argument like this, it's sliding out of the decaying mouth of a 1,000-year-old man. How you planning on get a job with all that crap on your face and those damn Abraham Crombie ripped jeans? Good old-fashioned grandpa conservatism.
Just noticed I had a free
repurposed through a new hip.
Poggers! Waddles, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Thank you. Yeah, whatever, if what you wear isn't essential to the task, why the fuck what attire you just crunch numbers in or whatever? Yeah, true. I work in a non-customer facing job. I don't know why I can't just wear a t-shirt and track pants. It's really silly. Also, I just thought of an argument. Tell me what you guys think. Personal opinion chat. I feel like I would work more efficiently if I wasn't thinking about how uncomfortable my clothes are. If I wasn't actively losing blood circulation to like half my limbs, I feel like I work most efficiently when I'm nice and comfortably, or when I'm nice and comfortably dressed. You know?
Brand of pseudo-centrist influencer anti-wokeness. Continuing on her path of inventing people to get mad at, though, Misha references Zoomers that, as far as we can tell from her video, do not exist. Who is complaining all the time about not getting hired while also insisting that they continue to look weird and wild? Can we have a single example? Just one itty-bitty little source as a treat. Anytime a creator puts forth claims like this, a good habit to get into is to start by asking, who is it that they're talking about, and what are the people they're talking about actually saying? If you can't make it past that first hurdle of identifying the people whose viewpoints you're supposed to be accurately representing, then you're not off to a great start. The important thing here, though, is that Misha wants you to know that she believes freedom of expression is important.
And I do believe that freedom of expression is important.
However, crucially, that freedom only extends as far as the dress code at your workplace allows. There are expectations at the workplace, and the moment you defy those expectations, well, tough luck. Expressing yourself in a way that your boss doesn't like is just you going through an emo teenager phase.
Instead, they want to look like a teen going through some emo phase.
Don't complain about not getting hired when all you had to do was stop looking weird and, ugly. Of course, it's true that many workplaces might not hire you if your appearance deviates too far from the norm, with tattoos and piercings and so on. After double checking this, it's actually pretty dependent on the job. White collar jobs, for example,
but no
still
thanks, Karl
tend to
Marx,
have
but
these
I would
norms.
rather have McDonald's tell me what I can or can't wear.
Oh gosh. What percentage of these reactionary content creators are doing it just for clout and views versus earnestly holding these positions? I used to think that like all of the conservative content creators just did it for clout and they just did it for views and money. But after seeing the Steven Crowder like footage, like the cam footage of him abusing his wife, I'm like, how maybe more of it is real than I thought. Aware, they for real. Yeah. To be clear, I do think that there are some grifters. Like Dave Rubin, 1,000,000%, he's just a grifter. That guy, like, you don't get to be openly queer and have your own friends and creators in the space tell you that they wouldn't show up to your wedding because you're queer. Like, and just pretend like you're okay with that. Like, that's someone